We start in the NBA, where we will get a rematch of last year's Eastern Conference Finals that went 7 games. This time, the Celtics are minus 500 to win this series. Per our research team, teams listed at minus 400 or higher to win either the conference finals or NBA Finals are 28-2 in the last 35 years. As we welcome JayMoney back to the show, Game 1 between the Heat and Celtics isn't until Wednesday, so the Celts have a bit of time to rest without having to travel. What are your thoughts on this series as a whole?
Well, I do think that the Heat have a puncher's chance, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't necessarily agree with the price being that high for the Celtics. We know Eric Spoelstra for the Heat is a very experienced head coach. And on the other side, for the Celtics, you don't have experience. You have Joe Mazzulla. It's his first year as a head coach. He's the youngest head coach in the NBA as well. So I do think there's a little bit of a mismatch there. The Heat have definitely been a banged-up team, in my opinion. They've had some injuries over the course of the postseason, but they have the defense to keep this one close. It's all about their three-point shots. Guys like Duncan Robinson, Max Strus, Gabe Vincent as well. If they can knock down some threes, that's their real only path to stay in here. But we know they have to do it defensively as well. Bill Mazzulla hadn't really been known for making adjustments game to game there. So just on the coaching alone, I'd have to give the Heat at least a little bit better chance than what the numbers would suggest. But obviously wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics overpowered them with their starting five and bench and were able to move on to the finals here for back-to-back years.
Totally agree. The Heat have been exceeding expectations all postseason, and as we know, they were very close to making it to the finals last year. Meanwhile, in the West, some more deja vu from the 2020 bubble. Nuggets are favored hosting the Lakers in Game 1 Tuesday. Who you got?
Yeah, I have to ride with the Nuggets here, at least for game one. They are laying minus 5.5 points, so I'll rock with the Nuggets in that one. They played really great at the house this postseason, going 6-0 straight up and 5-1 against the spread as well in the 2023 playoffs. And the Lakers will take a little time to get used to the altitude. I always say that's the main home court advantage that the Nuggets have. They like to run and gun at the house, where teams usually get tired. The Lakers are only 1-5-1 against the spread in their last 7 meetings playing in Denver. So they have not fared too well playing in altitude as well. It'll also take a little time for the Lakers to get used to a new matchup as well. Obviously going up against the Golden State Warriors, and they weren't playing a lot of defense as well, let's be honest. So going up against this Nuggets team, we're very well balanced offensively and defensively. It's going to take a little time to adjust as well. And new coach, Darvin Ham, right? You have going up against Mike Malone here, where he's a veteran coach, whereas Ham, it's going to probably take a little time for him to figure out the lineups. I do think the Lakers have a deeper team, but it's all about figuring out. So I think this game one, while the Lakers have fared well in both of their game ones of the 2 previous series versus the Grizzlies and the Warriors, I do think it might take a little bit time for the Nuggets. They're a different beast, especially offensively, trying to figure out Jokic, figure out the rest of the players as well. So I just think it'll take a little time for the Lakers to get used to a new matchup. And also, these teams played 4 times this season during the regular season. The home team went 4-0 straight up and against the spread. So for whatever reason, both of these teams have been really great on their home floor and not so great on the road. So I do expect the Nuggets to come out and take the first punch in this series and steal game one.
Definitely, and LeBron James in his career has tended to sort of feel things out in Game 1. That trend was sort of bucked when the Lakers faced the Warriors in the last series, but we know the Warriors were on low rest and coming off a 7-game series of their own. So you like Denver in Game 1. Does that mean you like them in the series?
I actually don't. I actually do like the Lakers in this series, but this is something that you want to pay attention to. When you're taking the series, you kind of want to have to gauge who's going to win game one, right? Because you could go ahead and take the Lakers for the plus 120 and to win the series, but guess what? If you think that they're going to lose game one, you will get a lot better price after that game one, right? So if I feel like the Lakers are going to win the series but going to win game one, then you want to go ahead and take that series price prior to the game one, because obviously they're going to be a favorite afterwards. But if you think that they're going to lose game one, you just sit it out, wait it out, get that much better number after game one. But something does tell me that they'll steal one of these first couple of games in Denver. I feel like if they want to have a chance at winning the series, you have to go out there and steal one of these game one or game two in Denver.
really great advice on how to get sort of a better price for the Lakers if you do like them to win the series. JayMoney, thanks for joining us.